YouTube, this is Vargas, recording live from the Vargas Vault, back again with a long overdue pickup video. I picked up some more stuff. I know I said I was going to take a break, and I do seriously try to take a break. And I do accomplish it from time to time. I take like 2 weeks, don't buy anything, and then I come across some awesome stuff that I don't have to buy, but at the same time, if I have I don't have that much disposable income, but if I come across something and I can afford it, I usually buy it. And I found some really neat stuff that I had to buy. So yeah, I'm gonna do a pickup video of. I'm gonna do 2 pickup videos because I want to talk about a subject specifically. And then the other stuff. But I'm going to start off with this. I'm a huge Castlevania fan. I love Castlevania. It's a shame the state of the series right now because Konami owns the rights to it, but they're not doing anything with it. And honestly, that really sucks because I freaking love Castlevania. And I've always wanted to do a Belmont costume. The family clan that goes after Dracula in that series is called the Belmonts. You have Simon, you have Trevor, you have Richard, and the best thing I can suggest to you is that you watch the Netflix series, Castlevania. It's a 4-episode series. So I've always wanted to build a Belmont costume for Halloween, and I've always bought the pieces, but one of the things I've always missed is the whip. The Velmont's main weapon is a whip called the Vampire Killer, and as you progress with the game, you can get power-ups, and it turns from a leather whip to a stronger whip, and then a chain whip, and then some of the games you had a fire whip and stuff like that. So I've always missed a whip, and I finally found one. I went to a flea market, and I found this bullwhip. It's I don't know if it's pleather, you know, that fake leather, or if it's actual leather. At least the tip is, I think, is leather because it looks like skin, and it has hairs that leather would have. So it might be an actual leather whip. It's not that long. It's relatively short, but it cracks pretty cool. Looks like this. It's a little beat up, but that will just add to the look of the costume because the Vampire Killer has been used throughout the centuries. Every 100 years, Dracula comes back to life. So, yeah, I just have to do some cosmetic things. For example, in the Netflix series, this part would be metal, and this part would also be metal, and it has the Belmont crest. But everything else is pretty much the same. So yeah, I'm thinking of rocking a Belmont costume for Halloween. So, but now I have the Vampire Killer, which is cool. At least it's cool to me. Then I already have a couple of goggles, but I don't have any steampunk goggles. And I found some steampunk goggles. You know, if you know you wear costumes, you have to have at some point in your life some goggles. Because they're just cool, and these are steampunk because they have the main thing about steampunk is that it's set during a Victoria era, but everything's with steam and you have high-tech steam things, but it's mostly about gears and stuff like that, and this one has that. It has these gear designs. So another thing I would love to rock one day would be a steampunk costume, because I like the aesthetic of it, but I'm still building things for that. One day I will, but at least now I have some steampunk goggles. Then, you know that I'm a video game. I collect a bunch of stuff, but my 3 main things have always been comic books, movies, and video games. And with that, I've gotten, you know, some collectible video game memorabilia. And McDonald's had these bunch of toys. The only toy I had before was a Princess Peach. I don't remember if I showed that, but I found these. Loose, I found a Bowser. This thing had a projectile that when you push this button, it would, throw the projectile out. But I found this loose at a flea market, super cheap. And I don't have those many Bowser toys, so I had to pick that one up. Then I picked up a Mario, sealed, brand new Mario. This one makes sounds. And I also bought and found a clear Mario, an invisible Mario. And this one just lights up. Actually, if I can turn it on, there you go. It lights up different colors, which is cool. I know that the set also includes a Koopa shell, a red Koopa shell, and a life mushroom. So if I ever come across those, I'll buy them. Also, my daughter just discovered the Minions. We went to see Despicable Me 3, and since then she's watched the Minion movie and Despicable Me 1 and 2, and she likes. Turns out she likes the Minions. So I've been picking up for her Minion toys. This is from Despicable Me 3. She already has a horde because my wife also likes the Minions, so I started buying Minion toys for her. But once she saw that our daughter liked the Minions, she just gave them all to her. So I've just been adding toys to the horde. So we have one more Minion for the Minion horde. Picked up some CDs and some video games. For Halloween season, I picked up Drew Famous's Ultimate Halloween Party. I bought this thinking it had the original music, but I should have assumed that because of copyright, that wouldn't be the case. But it has this guy called Drew Famous, that's him right there, singing, doing covers for the songs that are listed here. I'm Your Boogeyman, Highway to Hell, Hot Stuff, Monster Mash, Electric Slide, Somebody's Watching Me, Don't Fear the Reaper, Werewolves of London, Evil Ways, Thriller, Nightmare on Elm Street, Boogie Nights, and Something Wicked, This Way Comes. And it also has the music, no lyrics, just the music for Halloween, Psycho, Tubular Bells, which is the theme from The Exorcist, and a bunch of scary sounds like Toccata and Fugue, which is Phantom Night, The Beginning of the End, Chainsaw Massacre, The Rising Dead, and Fires of Hell. So even though it's covers, it's still fun to, at least fun to me, to buy CDs like this. And because way back in the day, we actually had cassettes that had scary music. Because way back in the day, that's actually something I might entrust to Macabro, but we used to do haunted houses, and my dad would go all out, so he played cassettes with, Halloween sounds and music. So I wanted to buy something like that. Now I have the music. I would like to buy a CD that has like the scary music, like the crows and the werewolves and stuff like that. For my beautiful wife, I bought Adele 21. I already bought for her Adele 25 and one of the live concerts on DVD, but I wanted to get 21 for her because both me and my wife agree that this one has some of her best music. But I still need to get for her 19, which was Adele's first disc. Then I saw this on sale and I picked up Baby Metal, the CD-DVD combo. I like Baby Metal. A lot of people don't like them, but I think it's a pretty weird but cool concept. It's Japanese metal combined with Japanese J-pop, and so you have these girly girls singing like Japanese pop songs, but the back music is metal. It's a very, very interesting and cool, to me anyway, concept, and I've heard their music before and I like it. I've just never been able to find the CDs cheap. For some reason they're very, very expensive, and this one has the extra DVD, so of course I was going to buy it. It was on sale, so hell yeah. For the PlayStation 2, actually I'm going to start with the Dreamcast, because it's very, very hard and rare for me to find Dreamcast games. I only have 24, and with these I have 26. So, other than the Virtual Boy, my Dreamcast collection is the weakest one I have. But I was able to find Daytona USA, which is a racing game for the Dreamcast. I need to fix this. I need to polish it somehow. It skips, unfortunately, so that's a problem. But it's not that bad. It has a couple of scratches, but if I can find somewhere that buffs DVDs or CDs, I could probably get that going. And I picked up NFL Blitz 2000 for the Dreamcast. This is a football game. I'm not a big NFL fan. I only watch the Super Bowl. I don't follow the whole season. I've always been more of a basketball kind of guy. So football's not my jam. But I like video games based on the sport. So yeah, and this one's fun for me. It's not as deep as Madden. It's more of an arcade type of game, so I enjoy that quite a bit. For the PlayStation 1, because like I mentioned, I might have mentioned my last video, my PlayStation 3 plays PlayStation 1 games, so whenever I come across a PlayStation 1 game, I pick it up. And I have heard reviews of this game, naming it one of the worst games for the PlayStation 3. I'm sorry, for the PlayStation 1. And I wanted to try it out for myself, so I saw it cheap, like super cheap, 50 cents. And that's BIP, starring Pamela Anderson, based on Pamela Anderson's TV show, which was pretty bad, so, but supposedly this is worse. And I also picked up SimCity 2000. I own and have played the SimCity game for the Super Nintendo. It's a god game where you basically create a city and you have to maintain it, and there's earthquakes and stuff like that. The Super Nintendo version, having Nintendo involved, was a lot of fun. I'm hoping this is also fun, so we'll see. Okay, and I'm gonna talk about some movies, because you know me, you know my channel. I love talking about movies. I love buying movies, and I get them cheap. I posted on the group my current list of movies, and a lot of people have way more movies than I do. Like, I have a decent collection, but there's people that are like, I have like 10 times what you have, and that's okay. I admire that kind of thing, and I know people that are surprised whenever I mention the amount of movies that I have. But way back when I started collecting, I started buying movies super cheap at the flea markets. And so one week I would buy 20 movies because they were super cheap. They were 50 cents over here in TJ. And so ever since I got married, I know it's hard to believe, especially if you watch my pickup videos, but I have cut back on my movie spending. Part of it because I already have, I almost have all the movies I want. The other part is because I have other responsibilities. Of course, I have bills to pay. I have my daughter to maintain, my wife to help out with stuff, and but I still try to sacrifice my stuff to buy movies. So, and I buy them super cheap. So that's why I buy so many movies and I own so many movies. So first off, I've heard great things about this movie, and that's Winter's Bone, starring Jennifer Lawrence. I remember everyone saying she gave an amazing performance in this. I've never seen it, but it sounds very interesting. Jennifer Lawrence is this daughter and sister to two kids that his dad goes missing, and he's in some rough stuff, and so everyone thinks he just jumped town, but they're going to foreclose the house, so Jennifer Lawrence has to look for her dad. And doing so, she encounters the dark world of methamphetamine, and things get really, really messed up. I've heard for her in this one. So, but everyone talks about her performance in that, so I had to get it. I like Katy Perry. I like her music, and I didn't go see this in the theater, but I was like, why not? Katy Perry, the movie, part of me. It's like a documentary following her during one of her concert tours. Why not? I like Katy Perry. Also, this is... I remember when this came out, everyone and their mother was talking about this movie. And I've seen it. I don't like it that much, but I've never seen this collector's edition. So I picked up the 2-disc collector's edition of There's Something About Mary, but this one's called There's Something More About Mary. It has a bunch of special features, and I like special features, but I don't particularly like this movie. Uh, Sorry, but sorry to any fans of There's Something About Mary, but it's not my cup of tea. Also, I picked up a DVD from a band that I wish I had more of their stuff, but I picked up the DVD of Rage Against the Machine. I loved the band while it lasted. They broke up, unfortunately, but it was a cool song. My brother actually introduced me to Rage Against the Machine, and they were pretty gnarly. I liked them a lot. I just wish I could buy more stuff. Or more of their CDs, I'm sorry. Then I double dipped on this one because I already own it, but this is the 25th anniversary of The Fox and the Hound. I own the Golden Classics edition, but this is the 25th anniversary with special features, so I double dipped because of that. Also, I've never seen this movie, but I know it won a bunch of Academy Awards, and I like to keep my collection varied. You know, I do have things that I prefer, like action, comedy, horror, and you know, I collect for my favorite actors and directors. But you know, I love movies so much. I want to give every movie a chance, especially ones that are considered the best of the world. Even though sometimes I don't agree later on. But I picked up Gandhi, the slipcase version of Gandhi. I've heard for many years great things about this movie. I've never seen it, of course, but I want to check it out. Then I picked up Some Like It Hot with Marilyn Monroe. I don't own any Marilyn Monroe movies. I know she was really big in her time. You know, she was a sex symbol, and everyone loved Marilyn Monroe, and but it was way before my time, way before my time. So I don't have that connection with Marilyn Monroe, but I've always been curious to see movies about her. And I don't know how many movies she has, but this is the one I've heard the most about. So I saw it cheap and decided to pick it up, and it's a special edition with some special features. For horror, I picked up Splice. I've seen this. It's not bad, but it's not that good. It's a weird little movie about people that want to play God. Reminds me a lot of Species, but Species was better. Then I picked up Uncle Buck. Freaking love John Candy movies. The Great Outdoors, Uncle Buck. I need to get Cool Runnings. I freaking love Cool Runnings. I really like that movie, but I've never been able to find it. John Candy was great. Spaceballs is another one where he was great in that. And I want to build John Candy collection, and I'm only missing Cool Runnings from the ones of his that I watch. Oh, and Planes, Trains, and Automobiles. I need that one too. But John Candy was really great, and it's a shame that he, you know, passed before his time. Just a real shame that, you know, he passed away. For my Stallone collection, I finally was able to get this on Blu-ray for dirt cheap, Over the Top. I needed Over the Top. I've been hunting for this movie forever. It's at Walmart. It's $5 at Walmart, and but I don't know. I get a rush from finding stuff in the wild. I could order stuff from eBay. I could order stuff from Amazon. I could go to a Walmart and a Target and buy it. A lot more expensive, sure, but you know, I've only seen the DVD for $5 at Walmart. This one was $1.40, and it's the Blu-ray. So hell yeah, I'm gonna buy this, and it's cool. I love Over the Top. I enjoy Stallone movies. I'm still missing a couple of his, but I'm gonna focus on getting Schwarzenegger movies, Stallone movies, Nick Cage movies, Al Pacino movies to complete those sets, because I was talking about this with Movie John. I want to focus my on completing stuff, because it's my theory that if I complete collections, I won't want to buy stuff. It's my theory, and I want to put it to the test. So it's my theory that if I complete my Stallone, my Nicolas Cage, my Al Pacino, and my Schwarzenegger collections, I won't want to buy stuff. Also found a movie for Jackie Chan. I needed this one. I didn't have this one. It's The Spy Next Door. It's Jackie Chan's later. It's one of Jackie Chan's later movies. So he's not as agile as he used to be. But I'm a huge Jackie Chan fan. And I want to get as much of his stuff as I can. But Jackie Chan has so much stuff. I was looking at a post from a guy in one of the Facebook groups, and he has like a bunch of Jackie Chan movies. I think I might have like 35 maybe, and that guy had like 60 some movies, and Jackie Chan has a bunch of movies. I mean, I have a few, but I'm still missing a bunch of his earlier stuff. And some of his newer stuff. So I'm looking forward to watching The Foreigner that he's doing with Pierce Brosnan. And the thing popped out. Yeah, I want to see that Foreigner movie. That one looks so good. And so yeah, I'm working on my Jackie Chan collection. Last two more movies I picked up: Sleeping Beauty, the two disc set. I already own the platinum Blu-ray. But the thing about Sleeping Beauty is that my wife grew up watching. Sleeping Beauty is actually my wife's favorite Disney movie of all time. Anyone when they're a kid, she would pop the VHS and watch it, and once it was done, she would watch it again. To the point that she says that she stretched out the VHS and broke it. But the thing is that when they did the Blu-ray remastering, the original Spanish audio got changed for some reason. Maleficent in Spanish, much like she does in English, has a very regal and sinister tone of voice. And in the remastered edition that they did, she has the voice from the villain from The Emperor's New Groove in Spanish. So it really throws you off if you remember the old audio with Maleficent being all regal and malevolent and so on. And then the switch to this other lady that has a higher pitched tone of voice, it throws you off. It really does. Throws you off terribly. Also, they edited out the insults. The original VHS dubbing, the original Spanish dubbing, Maleficent, when she throws a fit, she insults people, and she uses it's not swear words, but insults. And in this one, I don't know, like, what would be a good example? You freaking idiot, and in this one, you moron. So if you finally remember the original Spanish audio, it does totally disconnect you when you hear the new dub, and it sucks. So I was doing some research, and I know that before the Blu-ray, there was another DVD release, which is this one, which is why I bought it. But this one also has the crappy Spanish dub. So yeah, the only way that we can get the original Spanish dub, apparently, is by buying the original VHS before they did this version. Which, good luck with that, because Disney VHSs are kind of expensive. So yeah, and I don't have a VCR, so that's gonna suck. And the last movie that I'm gonna showcase in this video is Naked Killer. It's about this girl that seeks revenge for her father's murderers, and she comes across a female assassin that trains her and gives her a new life. But the female assassin's old enemies and people that are looking for this girl are all after them. And it's a kung fu thriller kind of movie, which is my bread and butter. But despite the name, there's actually no nudity. No nudity at all, which is very weird. Why call your movie Naked Killer if there's no nudity? But it's pretty cool. I actually watched it, and it's pretty awesome. It's my kind of movie. I enjoy these kind of movies. So yeah, that was the first pickup video. The non-themed pickup video, because the next one I'm going to do is going to follow a theme with my current obsession, and I have a lot of obsessions, but the current one that is there. So, like always, I like to recommend the standout stuff of the haul. So, I am going to recommend 2 classic movies. I'm going to recommend Uncle Buck, which is amazing. You should watch it. I freaking love Uncle Buck. It actually stars, I just remembered, watching the cover, it stars a very young Macaulay Culkin. Before Home Alone. Right there. Macaulay Culkin. And John Candy actually was in Home Alone. He was trying to help out the mom and get her home. So, John Candy, you are truly missed. And Over the Top. It's Sylvester Stallone as a trucker, doing what's it called? Well, there you go. Now I forgot. Well, arm wrestling. God, my God. Sometimes I have all day just terrible because my memory's going really bad. But arm wrestling. He arm wrestles in a tournament while he's trying to reconnect with his kid. You don't need to know any more than that. It's awesome. Watch it. You can buy it at Walmart for $5 the DVD. But yeah, those 2 movies. Watch them. Thumbs up. So yeah, I'm going to cut this, and I'll be back with the other pickup video that I hope you enjoyed. Thanks so much for watching, and until I see you all again, this was Vargas, recording and signing out from the Vargas Vault. Thanking you all.